can you improve your Facebook ads ROAS by fixing these 4 most common mistakes I see across all accounts I audit. If you don't know who I am and you're new to this channel, my name is Justin and I'm the founder at paidadvertising.com, an online marketing growth firm having worked with over 140 plus clients and spending $9.6 million on ads last year alone. And let's get straight into today's video. So how do you improve your ROAS on Facebook ads by fixing these 4 most common ad mistakes? So let's get to the first one right here. How much proof do your customers need? That is something that is going to help you decide whether or not you should run with a video or a photo ad. Here's the general rule of thumb, okay? Whenever you position your ad, whenever you position yourself in the market, you have to ask yourself, where is most of my audience into from an awareness standpoint? Unaware, problem aware, solution aware, product aware, or most aware. The 5 market awareness levels, okay? Typically, unaware is a very top of funnel / awareness level, okay? Problem aware, solution aware, top of funnel. Solution aware to product aware could then become into the middle of funnel. So you kind of have an overlap with solution aware. Most aware is bottom of funnel, okay? Well, these people, given that they're in a top of funnel stage, they need more proof that something works. It is much easier for you to provide proof and context and explanation in a video format than it is in a photo format. You really have to have a super strong ad or angle for you to convert someone with a photo ad if they're less aware of your product, right? So you are recommended to go with a video ad if you're going with more top of funnel audiences. Now, when you're advertising to product or most aware audiences, you can get away with a photo ad, okay? There's, again, less proof that needs to be given for someone to kind of convert. And when I say proof, I don't mean social proof, okay? I don't mean like there's 1,000 4-star reviews or 1,000 5-star reviews or whatever this is. I don't mean that. Proof, just in proof of how it works, of explanation and again, context around a specific product. You got a lot more time in a video to show someone the problem they're facing in their life, visually reinforce that problem, and then show how a certain solution can apply to this problem or how other solutions on the market works, but demonstrating that your solution is superior. Again, just easier to do that with a video ad, okay? So one of the most common mistakes I see people make is they're dealing with very unaware people. They're dealing with people who are really in the top of funnel of their industry, but they're blasting them with only photo ads because they're easier to make. Yes, they're easier to make for you, but they're also easier to be forgotten by your audience, especially if they're less aware, okay? So just remember that. Now, moving on to the second mistake. Make sure you are not mixing awareness and sophistication in your ads. Now, market awareness levels, I see people doing that so often. Market awareness levels is how aware someone is of their desire, not of your product. A lot of people will think oh, product aware is okay, they know of my product, right? Okay, yeah, somebody knows of my product, right? Not necessarily, right? Going back to that, how aware you are of your desire. I'll give you an example, okay, of somebody who is unaware. I've given this example in a recent video about someone who, let's say, wants to make more money, right? Or the mass market desire somebody has is, I want to make more money so I can take care of my family, so I can be the main provider or whatever it is, or so I can allow my wife to stay at home, whatever this is, right? Okay, whatever your reasoning is, I want to make more money online, or whatever the reasoning is, the mass market desire is, I want to make more money, and you're selling them a course or a program on how to make more money. Somebody who is unaware, they're unaware of their desire of wanting to make more money. You have to bring this desire out from their core, almost like ignite a fire within them. You don't create a desire because they do have it. It's just very buried deep down within them. So be mindful of that. You do not educate because these people have this desire. It's just so deeply subconsciously ingrained in their brain that it's not something that is to the forefront of their thoughts. It's not something they actively think about every day. So how do you play with that? Fear is a good way, right? It's top 5 reasons why 80% of the population is going to go broke in the next 5 years, right? It's you're creating fear as to now oh shit, I need to make more money. You need to ignite a fire, create urgency, right? Problem aware is somebody who's now aware that I'm not making enough money, right? I want to make more money and I'm not currently making enough money. So that's how you target or speak to these people in the ad. Solution aware is, I want to make more money. I know of a few ways of making more money. I could get a second job. I could ask for overtime. I could probably try drop shipping. So, okay, I know of a few ways of making more money, but I don't know about, and I'm going to go out and say this is an agency course, right? I don't know I can start an agency. I don't even know about the agency model, right? But that's somebody who is solution aware. They're aware of other solutions, just not yours. Product aware is, I want to make more money online, or I want to make more money, and I know an agency can help me make more money, right? So then you advertise to people who know of the agency model, who want to make more money online, but they haven't yet really taken action on it. Most aware people are people that, again, they want to make more money online. They are aware of the agency model. They've either already tried the agency model, they're either actively already an agency themselves, and or they've like consumed a lot of pieces of content around the topic and they're just waiting for the right time to buy at this point. It's like they're waiting for a discount or an offer to take action. And a lot of people are confusing awareness level with how aware somebody is of the product, which that actually is sophistication of a market, right? So sophistication stage is how aware you are of said product, mechanism, or competitors, or basically how many other people besides you have shown these kind of similar claims and ads onto the same market you're going into to advertise. Great example of that is like the e-commerce, let's say fashion market, right? Going to the e-commerce fashion market, if you're going to sell oversized t-shirt, you're dealing with a very sophisticated market. Very sophisticated market. Why? Because most of these guys are aware of oversized t-shirts. They probably even bought some in the past, like they're actively wearing oversized t-shirts. But it doesn't mean that you need to advertise only to product aware people. Far from that. There are still people in your market that could be unaware of their desire of wanting an oversized t-shirt of like, or wearing essentially the type of product you have, which you can still advertise to these. It's a little harder with fashion. I probably gave a hard example for me to explain or demonstrate. An easier one, and by the way, the reason why it's hard, it's fashion in itself. You have a lot more like product aware people and solution aware, because even I'd say most aware, because again, it's a market where there's not a lot of explanation needed to be done around the way a product works. But I could perhaps talk about like, let's say this camera right here. Okay, I got this DJI Osmo Pocket camera. Okay, so I could be in a market where there's a bunch of action cameras out there, right? Like everybody knows that they can film in selfie mode with their iPhone. Everybody knows they can use a DSLR camera. Everybody knows they can use a GoPro if they want, you know, some action shots. So the market is somewhat sophisticated. They're aware of cameras for the most part, but they might be unaware of their desire of having I'm trying to think like a simple hidden like camera, or like a something that doesn't really transpirate in public, right? Something that like is low key in public, having a camera that's low key in public. I want to appear low key in public, or whatever that desire is, right? Which is great with a camera that like literally fits in the palm of my hand, right? This is super low key versus me having like a big bulky DSLR vlogging camera. You can advertise any of these levels and still be in a very sophisticated market. Just remember that. And a lot of people are mixing these two. They think because the market is sophisticated, you automatically have to advertise only to people who are product or like most aware. Far from that. You can still be, again, in a very sophisticated market and advertise to people across all awareness levels. Now, to precise further on this topic, when I say top of funnel, when I say middle of funnel, when I say bottom of funnel, I'm reinventing the way you should think about a funnel. I don't mean that these people are in your top of funnel. I don't mean that these people are in your middle of funnel, nor do I mean that these people are within your bottom of funnel. What I mean right here is that they are here within the overall scope of awareness of this desire you're selling that other competitors or other people are also selling on the market. Giving you a straight example. If I come and again sell this camera, and let's just say that I have a competitor who sells a very similar camera, they've already been advertising in the market for a while, and when I look at my competitors' ads, they're spending millions of VC dollars that are being injected into their brand, and they're spending a lot of awareness money. Okay, they're spending a lot on unaware and problem aware and solution aware people. You might be able to come into the market and only spend money here. You're going to completely ignore these two awareness levels and only spend money here. Why? Because most of your audience is here. You have enough people to feed you here. I always say, and I've shared that example a few times in a video, you are like a sucker fish, okay? Sucker fish on shark or whatever you call it, right? These little fish that are just like being hooked onto sharks or whatever, these dudes, right? That are like hooking themselves to the side of a shark, exactly like that, right? Which they basically eat off of the scraps and whatever that come from a shark hunting. Same thing you can do with online advertising. So nothing wrong with that, but just make sure there are people injecting money here. And the day you become the biggest shark in your own ocean or in your market, in this case, right? Then you will have to advertise here. You have to do all of these awareness levels, or else nobody's going to be buying from you at this point, because you've siphoned all the juice out of any of these at this point. So you have to go unaware. You will always have more unaware people than you will have most aware people. This works like a funnel. There's a lot more people at the top. There's more people in most aware. But again, it doesn't mean you cannot advertise here. You might be in a market where there's a very big concentration of people right here, right? A lot of people right here, which is fine. You can advertise to these people more than you do to any other awareness levels, okay? So hope this makes sense. Now, Third mistake is people are using very poor mass market desires. That's the term now being thrown a lot on YouTube nowadays about you should have a market desire. But people use poor market desires, okay? And they're very generic, very broad. And usually that's one of the issues with using AI, because whenever you use AI, it often gives you quite poor like desires, okay? And one of the ways for you to get actually better desires given to you by AI is actually to, so if I go right here and go to videos, I have a video, especially for local businesses, but I mean, this literally applies. Like I made it for local businesses because so many people were asking me about this, but it would work the same way for e-com or B2C SaaS or info product companies. Check the way I do research. The more thorough your research process is, the easier time you have with AI actually feeding you better ideas for mass market desires. But what I see a lot in people is this, right? First of all, they don't really use I want to statements. The easiest way to write a mass market desire, frame it as an I want to statement. I want to feel more confident in my own skin. I want to X, Y, and Z, right? So here, I want to use natural and organic skincare products. Okay, but it's a little poor, right? There's missing context here. I want to support cruelty-free and engage in animal rescue. Or I mean, this isn't even an I want to statement, but like skincare product that delivers visible results. I want to use spa quality products at home. It's like maybe, but these are very broad. You're not really gonna go and like get somebody at their core, right? To get somebody at their core, strike a chord within them and make them buy. What's a much better desire for a similar audience? And by the way, this is done actually with one of my ad engine students who is advertising for a multi 8-figure brand in the women's skincare space, okay? The way I could frame a much stronger mass market desire is I want to keep a youthful appearance so I can feel confident and radiant in my own skin, so I can feel attractive and loved by my partner. That is a much stronger desire to invoke in an ad than simply talking to people who, I want to use natural and organic skincare product. Maybe that's what they want to do, but at their core, this is not what keeps them up at night. This is not, what they're looking themselves in the room and be like, oh man, I wish I had more organic products. Not really, right? Or man, I wish I could use skincare products that delivered, visible results. That's like an effect. It's not the cause, right? But they're gonna look at themselves in the mirror and be like, oh man, these fine lines are annoying, right? Or, I'm getting my skin's not the way it used to be. Like, I don't look as young anymore. I'm afraid I'm not gonna be attractive anymore. I'm afraid, like, I'm losing confidence now. I feel self-conscious. Is my partner gonna love me? Am I gonna be able to be intimate anymore with my partner? And all these thoughts, right? Rambling, they're all connected to the source of wanting to keep a youthful appearance. So making sure you have the right and the strongest market desire is one of the best ways to fix your poor ad performance. Okay. Lastly, simple. How many campaigns do you have? I audited this account the other day. Again, I think they had 21 or 22 campaigns live. Insane. It's not like they had the amount of products necessary to have 22 campaigns live. Far from that. It was just a bunch of different campaigns testing a bunch of different things. And the account was so messy and complicated that it made it harder for the media buyer to scale. They don't know what to scale and if these campaigns are actually accurate. And then it just creates a huge moat around the campaign structure. You don't want the moat to be around your campaign structure. You want your creatives to be where you spend most of your time, your creatives to be what actually is driving the value in your ad account, not the campaign structure. So remember, one campaign per country or region. So let's say one campaign for Canada, one campaign for Europe or whatever. That's if the markets are behaving differently. If they don't behave differently, no need to split different markets into different campaigns. You can bundle up US and Canada or US and Europe if they buy the same thing. Totally fine. Only split them if they're behaving differently. The different campaigns offer a product. Same thing here. If you're selling, let's say, phone cases and you have like one that's like a little bit of a thicker phone case, the other one's a little bit thinner, but at the end of the day, like they're pretty much bought by the same people, put them in the same campaign. You don't need to split those into different campaigns. But if you have very different products that have very different offers, appeal to a specific persona, split them. The most important part here is persona, okay? So if you're a fashion brand and you sell to both men and women, then split campaigns into men campaign and woman campaign. If going back to my phone case example, if you build a phone case that's like super well built, it's like a rugged phone case and it's meant for like construction workers and whatever, and then you have like, let's say, pink phone cases that like have glitter and whatever, they're meant for like teens, teenage girls and whatever, then two different campaigns, right? Of course, those don't belong together because the persona is entirely different, but keep it simple. And then finally, obviously, do not force retargeting, right? Don't have a retargeting campaign or whatever where you're manually forcing ad spend on retargeting. Why? Facebook is doing it automatically for you. It's just an example or a screenshot of one of my ad accounts. Like last 3 days, frequency is 2.6 on an account that is completely broad, which means means on average in this audience, people are seeing my ads 2.6 times in a 3-day window, because that's what Facebook deems to be, needed for these people in this audience, right? This is completely broad. They're seeing my ads 2.6 times. Imagine if I did retargeting. What would that number be? It'd probably be 4, 5, 6, 7 times. It just artificially inflates your frequency numbers, which actually accelerates your creative fatigue. And these audiences, these warmer audiences, are still going to be seeing your ads. Just go broad, open up your exclusions, broad, no exclusions, and people are going to naturally see the ads that are made. Going back to my first mistake from today, right? They're naturally going to see ads that are made with a higher awareness level, because that's what resonates with them. That's what the algorithm will figure out for you. You show them an ad here about somebody who is product or most aware of their own kind of desire they have. These people are automatically for sure going to be in your bottom of funnel. Therefore, these people are going to be shown these ads more often. This is, again, I've made several videos around this topic. One of them was this one that I made recently, sharing this exact my reward right there, where I was showing 2 ads that I had, both targeting a broad audience. One with the product aware / most aware hook or angle around the ad, the other one with the solution aware angle. And I was showing how my solution aware ad naturally had a lower CPM because the audience was bigger. My product or most aware ad naturally had a higher CPM. But on the flip side, my solution aware ad, which is more top of funnel, had a much lower conversion rate than my product or most aware ad, which had a much higher conversion rate because the audience is warmer, just because of the messaging that we've used in our ads. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. And if you've made it all the way through and you are an e-commerce brand or info product business owner wanting to work with a Meta, TikTok, or Google Ads partner, click the link down below and book in a call to speak with our team at pitadvertising.com today. And on that note, I'm going to invite you to check out other marketing videos on the channel. Have an amazing day, and I'll be speaking to you in next video. Cheers.